Hi, dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. Welcome to this edition of Cricket Happenings, where we are going to look at the Vodafone Test series, which started yesterday at the Gabba in Brisbane between Australia and New Zealand. I'll be talking about that. Where it was a rain-hit day actually. New Zealand, in fact, recovered through a partnership. In fact, Australia were the ones who were on the ascendant for sure. But what New Zealand did is New Zealand actually recovered from that blow. They were 96 for 5 at one stage, and when stumps were drawn for the day on the first day, they were 176 for 5 with a partnership between Daniel Vettori and Dean Brownlie actually taking them. Dean Brownlie and Daniel Vettori actually taking the score to 176. So that was a partnership which has already yielded 80 runs. So I'll be talking about that, and then I will also look at the match between the first one-day international between Bangladesh and Pakistan, which started today, and well, it has resulted in a very not easy victory. It was a very low-scoring match where Bangladesh once again, this has been happening like a habit for Bangladesh, that they have been rooted below 100, and today too they were all out for 91 at the Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium. And then Pakistan actually finished off. They had a few scares here, I would say, because at one stage they were 63 for 5, but then recovered to 93 for 5 and won the match by 5 wickets to go one up in the series. Now, first and foremost, let's look at the Vodafone Test Series first day's play between Australia and New Zealand, which was played at the Gabba in Brisbane. Well, as expected, the Australian bowlers James Pattinson, Mitchell Starc, both of them made their debuts, and also David Warner of Australia made his debut. For New Zealand, Ross Taylor won the toss, and it was a very surprising move, I thought, on the part of Ross Taylor to actually win the toss and elect to bat. As I said, it was cloudy conditions. There was forecast for rain, and I said at the preview too, if you remember, that if at all any captain who wins the toss at the Gabba should probably would be electing to bat first. But that was came as a surprise that Ross Taylor decided to actually bat first after winning the toss. In fact, whichever team won the toss, I would have expected them to actually put the opposition in, but was not the case. And it all started with Michael Clarke, the captain of Australian team, springing a surprise by handing over the new ball, the new cherry, to James Pattinson, who actually made his debut, the tall pace bowler. And well, he was creamed for 3 boundaries by Brendan McCullum to just set up things for New Zealand there. It was a good start for them. The first over yielded a lot of runs for the bowling of James Pattinson. James Pattinson himself would have been surprised that he got the new cherry in front of Peter Siddle. Well, that happened, and then Brendan McCullum creamed 3 boundaries, and Martin Guptill was there, and both of them started, and the other end Peter Siddle came in and bowled. And then the first thing which happened was Mitchell Starc was inducted into bowling. He made his debut, as I said, and he has modelled his action on Mitchell Johnson. And what I think is that Mitchell Johnson, in fact, as I said, there was a lot of pace available. There was a lot of movement on the movement of the pitch, and there was a lot of swing available, and that's what Mitchell Starc did. He actually made good use of it. He was getting the ball to come in, and he actually dismissed Martin Guptill, who was caught behind of the ball. In fact, Siddle was the one who actually gave the breakthrough when Martin Guptill was caught behind the bowling of Siddle for 13 with 1 boundary. In came Kane Williamson to join Brendan McCullum at the other end. Mitchell Starc was looking good as he was getting the ball to come in, and he was looking dangerous. And well, that came on, and Mitchell Starc immediately struck. As I said, he was looking dangerous. He actually had Brendan McCullum caught by 1. Actually, it was not a good shot from Brendan McCullum. Brendan McCullum actually trying to cream it past point. David Warner brought up a very good catch there. It was hit very fiercely, but David Warner really plucked it out, and Mitchell Starc couldn't hide his happiness there on his debut, picking up his first Test wicket in the form of Brendan McCullum. Caught Warner, bowled Starc for 34 with 7 fours. Kane Williamson and Ross Taylor in the middle. And immediately it was a very good ploy on the part of Michael Clarke. Probably has studied Kane Williamson very well and probably watched some videos of Kane Williamson. Immediately brought Nathan Lyon, the right arm off spinner, into the mix. And Nathan Lyon troubled him no end. He was really searching for the ball there, Kane Williamson. And then Kane Williamson was kept quiet. He was hemmed in by lots of close-in fielders by Michael Clarke. And immediately he met his reward as Lyon got Kane Williamson to actually get an edge onto a ball and Usman Khwaja at forward short leg pouched the catch, and Kane Williamson was walking, caught Khwaja ball line for 19, 3-4s, and New Zealand was 78 for 3 at that stage. Then it was Ross Taylor and Jesse Ryder at the middle, and they were the most recognized pair which was in the middle, and one would have expected them to actually repair the damage, but it was not to be, as Pattinson came in and picked up his first test wicket, as Ross Taylor was clean bowled by James Pattinson for 14 of 15 balls with 3-4s, and Jesse Ryder played a very atrocious shot. He tried to he tried to play a very forcing shot through the offside. David Warner took the catch. Mitchell Starc was the bowler, and he was gone, dismissed for 6 with 1-4. And New Zealand had their backs to the wall at the time, with the score reading 96 for 5. And with Dean Brownlie. Dean Brownlie was kept quiet. He was really struggling. He was joined in by Daniel Vettori, and both of them had to really bide their time. Mitchell Starc, as I said, was bowling well. He was getting the ball to swing. And basically his stock ball is the one which comes in, and so it was good to see that. And Mitchell Starc was looking impressive. He has good height too. He's able to bounce the ball, and that's what he did. And both of them, the bowler started keeping the batsman quiet, and it was a real resurrecting situation for New Zealand. Dean Brownlie actually was edging a lot. He was living dangerously. Certain catches were dropped. Daniel Vettori, in between, whenever he used to get a loose ball, he used to just tap it through the get some boundaries, and both of them carried on into the second session when actually Rain and Brownlie stopped play, and Dean Brownlie had done a good job there, and the partnership by the time had yielded 80 runs, unbeaten runs, as the stumps were called for the day due to bad light and rain. Dean Brownlie was not out on 32 with 4-4s, and Daniel Vettori was not out on 45 with 3-4s. Bowling figure 176 for 5. New Zealand finished with at close on the first day at the Gabba in Brisbane in this first Vodafone Test series. Pattinson 11 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 50, had a good debut. Peter Siddle 15 overs, 5 maidens, 29 runs and 1 wicket. Mitchell Starc was very impressive on his debut. 13 overs, no maiden, 52 runs and 2 wickets. Nathan Lyon 10 overs, 1 for 31, and Michael Hussey bowled 2 overs, none for 5. This is what Michael Clarke does. Michael Clarke brings a new element to the captaincy here, because he's not afraid to take chances. He did that against Sri Lanka, where Hussey actually picked up the wicket of Kumar Sangakkara, and today too Hussey bowled well, and a confident shout for LBW was turned off against Dean Brownlie. Now that is as far as this match is concerned. Now I'm going to talk about the match which finished here at the Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium in Mirpur today, where Bangladesh took strike first. It was actually Bangladesh won the toss and chose to bat, and they were rooted out for 91, with the spinners ruling the roost, especially Shahid Afridi, who had figures of 6.3 overs, no maiden, 23 runs and 5 wickets. And also Shahid Afridi did well with the bat to pick up the man of the match award. He was not out on 24 when Pakistan won the match by 5 wickets. Bangladesh were rooted out for 91. I can only say the highest scorer was Nasir Hussain, who was the top scorer in the 2020 match too. He made 21 of 40 balls with 2 fours. Mushfiqur Rahim contributed 11. Shakib Al Hasan made 15. And another double figures for Rubel Hussain, the tailender, not out on 15 with 3 fours. Bowling figures, I told you, Shahid Afridi was 5 wickets. Mohammad Hafiz bowled 5 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 7, bowled well. Umar Gul 1 for 19. Shoaib Malik 1 for 13. Saeed Ajmal 6 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 13. The ball was, there was definitely some spin available, there was some bounce available, there was some turn available, and that's what the Pakistani spinners took advantage of, and especially Shahid Afridi, who was very difficult to negotiate, and Bangladesh were rooted out for 91. In the end, Pakistan found it difficult to chase 91, as even the Bangladesh spinners bowled well. Shakib Al Hasan 9.4 overs, 3 maidens, 2 for 42. Rubel Hussain 8 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 23. He's a pace bowler, and 1 wicket for Nasir Hussain. In fact, Pakistan had 5 wickets down for 63 in the 18th over, but finally it was Shahid Afridi and Captain Misbah-ul-Haq who took them to victory. Misbah-ul-Haq was not out on 16 of 46 balls with 1 4 and 1 6. Shahid Afridi was not out on 24 of 23 balls with 4 fours, bringing in the winning hit, and it was all over. Pakistan had won the first one-day international against Bangladesh by 5 wickets, but as I said, it was very tough for them. It was a very tricky pitch. But I thought Pakistan, even though they struggled, they finally got over the score of 91 of Bangladesh and won this match by 5 wickets. But as I said, there was definitely turn in this pitch. Dear fans, I don't have much to share. I will have to wind up my cricket happenings for now. I hope you all enjoyed my cricket show. Thanks for watching cricket happenings. I'll be back with a full match report on the second day's play, and also tomorrow the first one day international. It is the second one day international between India and West Indies, which is starting tomorrow, and I'll be back with a full match report on that as well. That's it from me, your host Ram, for the cricket happening show for now. See you all tomorrow. Thank you.